Hi, this is Coffee County Mayor Judd Matheny, and you're watching the Mayor's Message. Hi, welcome to this edition of the Mayor's Message, and I've got a super special guest today, and she's done great work as a volunteer for our archive here in the county, Coffee County. She's a Coffee County archivist, and her name is Judy Phillips, and she does an excellent job, and she comes in here every week and works on making sure that our records are preserved, and she's shared a lot of things with Sam and I here in the office. It's very interesting, and I encourage you to go see her one day. But as always, Ms. Phillips, we would like for you to tell the audience why you do what you do, how you do it, who supports you, and a little bit about yourself, please.
Okay, late 70s, I was still employed, but on Saturdays I spent my day down at Lowndes Library in the genealogy room.
Yes.
And so then, you know, you had to use microfilm.
Yes, ma'am.
And roll it. And I went through every roll there looking, because I didn't know how to do research at that time, and I was a Henley. And so that's what I was doing, going through all those rolls. And then there was some man in Nashville. He actually did some publications on the census, so it made it a lot easier. We had a book we can go and look at. So that was one thing. And then shortly after that, the archives started over in Franklin County. And John Tweet, who was the head of the Tennessee State Library and Archives, was the one that was instrumental in getting the archives. And I think Franklin County was probably maybe the second in the state. And
well, you just got an award for your work in Franklin County too, didn't you?
Yes, I did. I was nominated for the John Tweet Archivist Award for the state, and that was presented to me about a week ago.
That's an incredible honor. It really is, and congratulations.
It was strange that no one knew that, you know, and I had not told anyone, and I had about 4 different people with the week before that I was going to get the award say, "You ought to get an award," you know. And I thought, okay. So anyway.
That's very cool. Well, tell us kind of what you do in the office every day when you come in here.
Okay. When we come in, the records are set up here in the Coffee County Archives between the books. We have the minute books, county, rule dockets, you know, different types of books. But then we have like the chancery, the circuit, court loose papers, and we get grants in order to get these acid-free folders.
Where do the grants? I know the Secretary of State.
Secretary of State.
Trey Hargett's a good friend of ours here in this county, a good personal friend of mine, and we've been to your office with him several times, I know.
That's right. We've had pictures made with him presenting the grant, and so I go in, and we have in the beginning. I'm sorry. In the beginning, we would open up the records. They would be all folded up,
right,
with mouse pills, snuff, smoke.
Yes, deteriorating.
Yes,
deteriorating.
And tore up, and we would have to clean them. We had special material in order to clean them, open them up. We had to take the staples, all those type things out of the records for them to be microfilm. And I think today there's not so much microfilming being done.
It's digitizing.
They're digitizing.
Yes, ma'am. And that's the question I wanted to ask you, even if we go a little bit long today, is how you're planning to go from the microfilm era and doing everything manually to preserving our digital records. You know, now we film everything. We post it on the web. We also hold it in a server. You know, we need to make sure we have a process in the future to be able to preserve those things.
Yeah. Well, on this last grant that we got, we did get a machine that's sitting back there on their desk, and just need someone to be there to operate it. Lori Amos that works with us, she has the knowledge to do that, and but there is so much other things that needs to come first on getting the records organized.
Just getting the what's from the past, getting it preserved.
Yeah.
And yes, ma'am.
There's still a lot of records that need to be opened up, flattened, and put the name of what the case is on there. And
I know our Register of Deeds is struggling with the same thing right now with a lot of her records, and she's doing great work to modernize her office, just like you are. And
yes.
And the folks in Coffee County need to know that Ms. Phillips volunteers for this. And she comes in normally 1 day a week, and she really works hard. Obviously, she works in other counties too, and we're very proud to have her. And she's come up here and shared a lot of stories with us. And if you want to go and visit her, she's here in the administration building. Just walk past my office and kind of around the round hallway, and she's back there, and she can show you all kinds of good stuff. Yeah. She sure can.
One of the things that I was going to tell you about was about the fire that burnt the courthouse. Mm-hmm. And let's see, that was the 28th of December, 1870. So they're talking about it in one of the court records. And it says, we have made diligent inquiry with the hope of ascertaining the origin of the fire. For that purpose, we have used the inquisitional power of the jury in sending for and in estimating on the witnesses. I thought it was interesting, of the 13 jurors, 10 of them's name began with a J. So back in the old days, if you look at a census, it's John and William and John J and William T. You know, that's the kind of.
That's some of the great stuff that you can share with folks when they go back there and visit your office.
There's a lot of history.
There
here.
is.
And one of the wheels that I thought was kind of funny recently, the man, he, of course, left everything he had to his wife, but there was some other residue of his estate, and he had 2 enemies, and he made in the will that anyone in the family that married into that family could not marry in that family through the 6th generation.
Wow, that's
wheels,
pretty mad at somebody.
The wheels would just go on and on. I thought, you're going to die. Why you keep going through?
You are, yeah. Your granddad will barely be dead, but that's really cool. And we're going to need to wrap up now. And okay. I want to personally thank you for all your efforts. And you're just a treasure for the county, and you're so pleasant to be around. And we really enjoy your stories, and your volunteer work is very much appreciated.
Well, most archivists get paid, around the state, and I say, how much do I have to pay you to get to do this? You're
so passionate about it. Thank you, Ms. Phillips. And you can. Do you have a phone number that folks can reach you?
Well, my own personal email is Judy Gale 39@gmail.com.
Is that Gale?
Gale.
Judy Gale.
Yeah, I was born in March. There was a gale that came in.
All right. Well, Phil, we can get that up on the screen, and we sure appreciate you tuning into this edition of the Mayor's Message. And thank you, Ms. Phillips, and we'll see you next week.